your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia, and with me tonight we have Brandon.
No, you don't. I'm not here.
Yeah, I know you're not. Stupid. And Nick.
Hi.
Hey, and we got some games to talk about. I know.
I am here.
And Tom's here too.
No, he's not. Tom is...
He died in a hole.
Oh my, I wasn't gonna... Yes.
Anyways.
He owed some money to the Yakuza.
He owes... Listen, Daddy owes some money to the Yakuza.
Sorry for any of our listeners that could be Yakuza members.
I can imagine there's somebody in Japan, like a friggin'... Just like some Yakuza member, like, son of a bitch!
Oh!
How dare they disgrace us like this?
The Game Crunch will pay dearly for the...
And then in a few months, you'll see the Game Crunch official pachinko machine, and all will be well.
That'd be awesome, actually. But speaking of games, we got some games to talk about this week. I'm still playing Rare Replay. We got some... Everyone's going to go to the Rapture.
That game's awesome.
Yeah. And,
I haven't got to play any much. I've been playing tablet games.
That's because you're boring. And,
no, that's because I've been working so much, so I needed something I could play at work. So.
That's great. It's a good way to keep a job. And
it is. It is when it's on your break and you have nothing better to do and they don't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. You guys ready to get started?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Brandon, why don't you tell us about your tablet games?
Alright, so...
Are they free to play?
One is.
Of course.
One is. And that's Fallout Shelter, which Nick is also playing.
I am. I gotta be honest though. I've already restarted once. My first day of playing. I was like, "What is going on? Everybody's sad."
Everyone is really sad right now, and they're at their happiness is at 10%. So I am fighting this shelter.
Well, what do you have going on? Because I figured out very quickly. People are very unhappy when they're having large amounts of radiation poisoning.
Yeah, that's a problem, but I don't know how to fix that because
you can make a med bay or whatever the fuck.
Oh, I know. I don't have 20 followers, and since people have radiation poisoning, they won't fuck, so I can't get another follower.
You see, I made mine when everybody was still happy, so now I'm like just cranking out rad X's.
Mm-hmm. See, I need that.
Yeah, my issue is I don't have enough power, and my water supply is very it's not like in the red, but it's pushing the edge.
I don't have enough power either, apparently, because a lot of my rooms are dark right now. I need to fix that.
I have two power. One's fully upgraded, full size. One's semi-upgraded, half size. So, yeah, no, I'll build a level of things. I'm like, all right, another power place, more level things, another power.
Yeah,
room.
I'm actually going to do that right now.
What I gotta figure out is though how to make money faster than just rushing rooms and risking getting attacked by
fire. Or rat roaches, whatever.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's really fun. I like it a lot.
I also like this game a lot.
I just wish I had a tablet to play it on because I want to have it on a bigger screen.
What the hell are you playing it on right now?
My cell phone.
Oh, okay.
Which is, it's a 5.2 inch screen, so it's not terrible. Mm-hmm. But I mean, you can have 5-inch screen or a 10-inch screen. I'd rather have a 10-inch screen.
Yeah, I got 7-inch screen, so.
Listen, it's not about the size, Brandon.
Yeah.
It's not about the size.
I like it. I like this a lot. Oh, which by the way, I bought a tablet, so that's how I'm playing all these tablet games.
Now, I just have to ask, have you bought any lunchboxes yet?
No.
I'm surprised.
I am too, actually.
I would have figured you would have bought a lunchbox, probably the $20 tier too. I imagine you would have bought 40 lunchboxes day one.
Listen, I thought about it. Not gonna lie.
Here's the thing: I wanted you to come on and be like, "Yeah, playing Fallout Shelter, bought 40 lunchboxes," and then move to Metal Gear Solid 5. You're like, "Man, fuck microtransactions."
No, that's not why I'm mad at Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm mad at Metal Gear Solid 5 because they're trying to remove the actual creator's name from it. I mean, yeah, fuck microtransactions and shit. But Metal Gear Solid 5 is a $60 game. That's the big caveat there.
Are you telling me you would pay $60 for Fallout Shelter?
No. Hell no. See, that's the thing. If you give me a game for free, you're not making any money off of it except for the microtransactions, which aren't even forced down your face, because every now and again, you just get a lunchbox for free for doing missions for the day. So it's like, whatever, who cares? Nice. But like, fucking Metal Gear Solid or anything else that's a $60 game on top of the fact that you have to pay for microtransactions to get shit moving along. Yeah, fuck that.
Have you got any special dwellers out of the lunchboxes yet?
I have not.
I've gotten one, and I don't know who she is. So I'm going to assume she's a Fallout 4 character.
I do have 2 Fallout Funko Pops. Because this week was the week of Fallout.
I bought the Brotherhood of Steel and the Super Mutant one.
See, this is what happened. Katie went to GameStop. I went to GameStop because I wanted to pick up a memory card for the Vita so I could play more of my Vita games, because 8 gigs don't do shit.
Nah.
Katie bought a Scouter Vegeta and a Piccolo, and she needed one more thing to get a free one, and she was like, oh, I mean, might as well, whatever. So she let me pick out one, and then she was like, I'm going to get the Goku now. And then I didn't have Goku, so she's like, all right, we can have 2 and 2. So I got me a Feral Ghoul and a Super Mutant.
I have to find the Feral Ghoul and the Deathclaw ones.
Oh, dude, Deathclaw looks cool as shit, and I wish it could have been there, because I would have picked that one up. You know.
I really like the Brotherhood of Steel one, too. It's very nice. Although, I'm not sure how many Funko Pops you have. I'm starting to notice an issue with a few of them, though. Specifically, my Moxie one.
Uh-huh.
She's very
you take them out of the box?
Yeah.
I've never taken a single one of mine out of the box. I have them
let me
on display.
Let me go back. Since I'm a normal person with my Funko Pop figures, my Moxie, what happens is
most normal people that collect Funko Pop actually leave them in the box because they look better that way, in all honesty.
I mean, I like them out of the box, but
there you go.
I don't know, but I take my Amiibos out of the box.
Yeah, no, I don't see the point of buying something and being like, well, that's gonna stay in the box forever. Like, no.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I rather enjoy it. Like, I'm not buying something. If I'm buying something specifically for the resale value, I understand.
I'm not buying it for resale. I just think it looks better because it has what character it is. It has a picture of them drawn on it, and then it has them there, and it's kind of like its own stand, and it's not like you can't see it. It's right there. They're designed so they look good that way.
Anyway,
that's the way I have them.
My issue is, if you look at some of the Funkos, it's like, I got Dancing Groot, so he's got the flower pot as the base, and he stands up, and he's fine. The only base for Moxie is her small feet. Her very small feet compared to her, 30-pound head. So what happens is she falls, right now, I'm looking at her, and she's face down right now. Just fell over.
You know what? That wouldn't happen if you had her inside the box.
Or I can just stand her up with, double-sided tape or something. Having them in the boxes would take up too much room for me personally. I don't see I don't want to do that. Because it's I'd rather have them out of the box, look at them.
I just think they look nicer in the box, that's all. That's my thing. It's not because I'm wanting to collect them for money in the future. I personally just think it's, better for display.
Well, okay, maybe I should explain this as well. My Fallout ones that I ordered came from ThinkGeek, and the boxes were destroyed. So even if I wanted to do that,
shit.
I would have been they look ugly in the boxes because they're destroyed. So if you're not... I can see keeping them in the box if you really want to, but the problem is if you order them, a lot of the times they come damaged. So.
Oh wow, that really sucks. I've never had that.
I've noticed
I ordered. I ordered 1, 2, 3, 4 of mine.
My Dancing Groot. I mean,
not mine.
Not that they're damaged, they're different. But my Dancing Groot one wasn't really damaged too much. It was the box was kind of crumpled a little bit, whereas my Fallout one's it kind of looked like it went through a nuclear holocaust and it was just kind of destroyed.
Oh, shit.
I was yeah. So, but no, I know what you mean by this is Fallout week, because last week after we recorded podcast, I was Tuesday or Wednesday, I was working. I got an email and it was hey, you haven't pre-ordered the official Fallout 4 strategy guide yet. Here's the leather-bound one that's limited to $25.
Fallout 4?
No, because it was on Pornhub.
Why didn't you watch it then?
Because I didn't want to go to Pornhub and type in Fallout.
Why not? It's the best way to watch footage of Fallout 4.
Because then they'd be wait a minute, why the fuck did you go on Pornhub? And I'm not going to be oh, it's okay. I was watching Fallout 4 gameplay.
Well, then you could just tell them you were watching porn. It works either way.
I'm not sure which one's more embarrassing. The fact that I'm watching Fallout gameplay on a porn website or the fact that, hey, look what Nick was doing on the computer while nobody was there.
Yeah, and then Google's gonna know, so it's gonna like start advertising to you like that. And then
Yeah, it's gonna be like, hey, I see you recently watched. May I suggest? I'm like, hey, Google, listen, we're on a strictly professional basis. No reason for you to be suggesting anything to me. So, but no, they're like, hey, here the strategy guide. It's leather bound. It's limited. It's $25. Don't you want it? And I was like, fuck yeah, I do. So basically, this has turned into put the name Fallout 4 on anything, and I'm probably gonna buy it. Probably, not definitely, because I know Mike would be like, well, what if there's a Fallout 4? What is it? Like, no, I'm not gonna.
Like a Fallout 4 douche.
I was trying to think of an example.
Did you like mine? I think mine's good.
Fallout 4 douche. What if they had Fallout 4, or what about Bloodborne Fallout 4 edition?
Bloodborne, that'd be kind of weird. I'd probably buy that just because I was curious. But if it was like Fallout 4 Pooper Scooper, I'm like, I don't need this. I could just get a shovel. I don't need this Fallout 4 on it. I get it. But
what if it was the same cost as a shovel?
What was the what?
What if it was the same cost as a shovel?
Then why wouldn't you buy
I'll probably still get the
Scooper?
I'd probably still get the shovel. I already own the shovel. But yeah, no. Basically, if you put Fallout 4's name on anything within reason, I will probably buy it. I'm so hyped for this friggin' game. I actually tweeted out earlier that my life right now is I wake up, I ask myself, is Fallout 4 out yet? Is it time to leave for MagFest? And every day that it's no is a day that I cry a little bit more.
You're going to be crying for a couple months then, at least for one of them.
6 months for MagFest. Like the day I got back from MagFest, I'm like, shit. When's this next one starting up?
So, here's my thing, more or less. I wake up and I'm like, is there any way I can play fucking Metal Gear Solid 5 without paying money or paying a lot of money so Konami doesn't get my money today? Nope. Alright, well, fuck my life.
I'm buying it day one, I don't really care.
I am not buying it. I actually just found out a friend of mine has already bought it for PC. So I'm just gonna play it through their account.
I'm just don't care.
Family sharing. Yeah.
I thought you were getting a new video card to get Metal Gear Solid 5.
I thought I was too, but I didn't think it came out till November. Not in 2 weeks, so...
The video card or the game?
The game. The game comes out in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 14 days.
Yeah,
which is the exact amount of time I have to beat Peace Walker, which Mike probably think I won't, and I probably won't.
You probably won't, but you can. It's totally possible.
I can. If I start tonight, probably. I know it's like one of the longer games, but I'll talk about that.
I don't think it's longer.
It's actually one of the shorter games.
Really? Okay. No, I will talk about that when it's my turn. But for now, Fallout, because I'm super excited about that game.
I mean, you can probably beat Peace Walker in the time that it takes you to watch the ending cutscene for Metal Gear Solid 4.
That's actually very true.
I'm not sure if that's a knock against the length of Peace Walker or a knock against the length of the fucking video for Metal Gear Solid.
The cutscene for Metal Gear Solid 4, like, you've played Metal Gear Solid 4, right? Question mark?
No.
I just know how long it is.
Do you know how long it is?
Yeah.
Nick?
Is it like an hour or something?
It's like an hour and a half.
No, it's 90 minutes. Yeah,
it's like
90 minutes.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is the first one. I don't want to talk about this now.
Movie.
I'm not going to talk about this now. But, no, yeah, I know MGS4 specifically has really long cutscenes. But
yeah, the game's basically cutscene.
I mean, not like Metal Gear Solid 3 is much better, though. That game is riddled with cutscenes all the time, too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's better, honestly. Well, that's just mine.
So I love Peace Walker. Peace Walker doesn't riddle you down with all that bullshit.
Because it's PS.
Yeah. That's why I like Metal Gear Acid. That game was fun. It was a card game.
Oh my god.
It worked. It was fun. So, I also played my first ever Dragon Quest. I've never played a Dragon Quest game in my life.
Neither have I. How was it?
It has a really good story.
Did you see, real quick,
I saw Akira Toriyama things. That's what I saw.
No, did you see the new screenshots for Dragon Quest for PS4? Because that game is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it actually looks really good.
I really want to play it.
I just was curious about the series, and I was like, I normally wouldn't pay $10 for something, but fuck it. So I bought it on the Play Store because it was on sale for like 50% off when it's normally like $20. Because you know how expensive Square Enix games are on the Play Store.
Oh yeah, of course.
So I bought it for like $10 because it was at 50% off. And I was like, whatever. At first I bought 7 which was the one that was on PS2, I think. Maybe it was 8. I don't know. Whatever the PS2 one was. I bought that at first. I saw a lot of people that stated that there could be issues with it, and a lot of people stated that, like, it has a lot of slowdown. Sometimes it just crashes, and, like, I was like, all right, well, I wonder if it's going to even work for me. So I booted that up, and that ran terribly. So, I really like that Google Play actually has a thing where if you haven't played more than 15 minutes of something, and you had, like, issues... you just tell them what the issue was, click a button, and they instantly give you your money back.
Oh, nice.
So from what I understand, really and it's not just Dragon Quest that does this, apparently like any Square Enix game or Square game, like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy ports, and Dragon Quest, like if you try and buy like the PS1 ports of some of those, it somehow runs worse than a cartridge game. I can't figure it out.
I've never seen them in cartridge format, so yeah.
Or like Dragon Quest 7 was originally on the PS1. But somehow between getting it from the disc on PS1 to getting it to emulation on PS3, like it just didn't like mesh. I don't get it. But,
pretty sure it was PS2.
No, 7 was 1, 8 was 2.
7 was...
Oh, 8 was 2. There we go. All right.
9 was DS.
Anyway, I played 5. So that's what I've been playing. V's 5, right? Right?
Yep.
I mean, you're about to buy Metal Gear Solid V, so I would hope you would...
Yeah, I didn't think about that. So yeah, I've been playing Dragon Quest V, Hands of the Heavenly Blade. This game's actually really good. Like, it has really good storytelling, because you, like, see, like, your birth in the game, and then you start playing as yourself. And, like, you start playing as the baby, like, later on when he's more grown up. And the really neat thing that I like about it is, like, when you're going around and you're at the younger stage, you try to, like, read signs or stuff, and it's like, I can make out some of the words, but you can't really read them because it literally tells you can't read. So, like, I was going around...
Who are you to tell me I can't read? I can read.
So it's kind of cool. And, like, it's kind of like a father-son sort of deal. Like, you're going around and trying to sort shit out, more or less. There's an early stage where I stopped playing. Like, I've stopped playing really early. I just started playing this. But you're in this, like, these two kids that are bullies are kicking this cat. Like, they are just dickbags, and they're kicking this cat. And they're like, well, if you want to save the cat, then go up to the old haunted tower. And I was like, and they were like, and defeat the ghost. And I was like, all right, that's a really weird fucking thing.
Not doing it.
Okay, so I like went up to the haunted tower, and like it was kind of creepy for like a sprite-based game, because like when you get in the tower, the fucking thing is so weird. Like you see things that are there 1 second and they kind of leave, and then like there's this one thing that you have to fight that's like a giant statue, and when it defeats you, which I'm guessing you can't defeat it because it's really hard to kill, and it basically has 20 points of damage to you every hit, and you're a child, so there's not really that much you can do to defend against that. And when it defeats you, it puts you in a gravestone, and I was like, holy shit, and you get buried alive, and I was like, that's
terrifying.
Weird. Yeah, I know.
Well, that's what you get for going in the haunted house, you schmuck.
So yeah, I'm...
mess with ghosts and shit.
Yeah.
But I'm liking it. It's got an interesting story so far. Like, I like the idea of, like, seeing from the beginning and then, like, starting out as, like, a kid and not being able to read shit and all that, and, like, going off on little kid adventures and stuff. It definitely has an Akira Toriyama feel, like, without a doubt, and I like it for that a lot. So, I'm enjoying that.
That's good.
I also played, Adventure Time, Card Wars, which is a lot of fun. It's not free to play.
No.
It's a card game, in case you didn't guess. Wow. Yo. What the fuck even is
Are you broken, Brandon?
A little bit. But anyway, the game is based on a popular episode of Adventure Time where they play a game and one of them's really good at it and the other one was like acting like he was really good at it, and then like the one that was really good at it had never played before. Yeah, so that it's very fun though. It's got like, it actually feels like a real card game, and that's probably because it is now.
Well, I would hope so.
So I'm liking that one quite a bit. I mean, there's really not that much to explain about it. It's a card game, and like it's got its own thing where you have like 4 lanes, and each lane you depending on what character you're playing as, you can play style what kind of planes you want it to be. So it can be like just plain, or it can be like swamp, or like cornfields, and then there's different characters that you can play on each field. So like, say you put down a cornfield, you can only play either corn or special characters in it. And special characters are, you know, like a rainbow colored card where they can be played anywhere. And then same for swamp, and same for like the plains and stuff. But it's really fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. And whenever you beat like a stage, you can do the other stars, which range from like beat this character without taking a hit to like beat this character using no magic cards and stuff like that. And that one's been a lot of fun. It's very entertaining. I actually have wanted to play that game for a very long time, so I'm glad that's something I've finally been able to do. And then one of the last games I played was OlliOlli, which I picked up during the Devolver digital sale on Steam for like $3. This game's awesome. Like, have either of you actually played OlliOlli?
I played like a few minutes of it. Nothing major.
I love this game. It's
that reminds me. I played something different.
I love this game.
Continue.
It's so much fun. I like that game that you just wrote down. So basically, OlliOlli is a 2D platformer, but like you use your right thumbstick to do tricks on your skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
So like, and the bumpers. So like, you input like Street Fighter moves, more or less, and that's how you do certain tricks. Like different ones give you different tricks. So like, you can press like up and RB while you're grinding on rails, and like after you do like a grind or something, you have to like land it. So you have to hit the A button right before your board touches the ground, and it's a really fast, skill-based, like speed, try to get to the end of the stage sort of game, and they are just tons of fun to play. So I was playing through the first one because they gave us the second one for free on PS Plus, and I really wanted to play it. And I know it doesn't really matter which one you play first, but I just wanted to play the first one just because. And I've been enjoying that game a lot. It is really hard. Like, some of the shit they make you do later on in the game is just insane. Yeah, I think that's about it for me. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
It was fun. I had a good week.
Alright, well, I'll talk about what I've been playing then.
Cool.
So, I'm still playing Rare Replay. What have I been playing lately? So I did play Battletoads Arcade. That game is
awesome. I think that's the word you're looking for.
Honestly, I think that game would have cost me like $40 to beat in an arcade.
Oh,
it's
I know.
ridiculous.
I know, me too. But
like, literally, you die like every 10 seconds. Like, it's insane. But it's okay. I mean, it's okay for that type of game. Like, it's been a long time since I played anything like that.
It has a very Turtles in Time feel to it. And I love
it. Very much so. Like I said, though, it's definitely a bit less forgiving than I remember Turtles being.
Oh, without a doubt. Except for the like final stages of Turtles in Time, those are really unforgiving.
And surprisingly, the final stages of this, I think, were like the best stages of the game. So.
Oh yeah, like the shooting stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are fun. I really like the winter stage where you had to fight Frosty the Snowman from afar because he was like throwing snowballs at you and you had to get the pattern down. That was fun. I like those stages.
And also, too, I played it like one person. I bet it would be like way better if I was playing with more people. Just because you have like more people around on the screen, it'd be like more people.
Well, you can only play with 3.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They said more people.
Oh, okay. I thought you said 4 people. That's why I got confused.
More people.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like 4, I guess.
It does.
But more. Yeah, so that was entertaining for, I don't know, however whatever short amount of time it takes to beat. It's not very long. Let's see. Rare Replay. Also, I've been playing Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Decided to play that. How much more of that game did you play?
I got to, let's see, the first main boss in, like, the basement after they drop your girlfriend into the basement, and then you have to, like, fight the mummies, and then there's, like, no, I did further than that. I don't know. I got to the basement in a boss fight, and then that was the last thing I did.
So I would say my thing about this game. So yeah, at first I was like, I tried it out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I see what you guys were talking about last week. This game is actually pretty neat. And then I got to the second chapter, and I'm like, now I'm like, this game is well outstayed its welcome. It's So I mean, I guess I should explain what the game is a little bit more, because I know we really didn't talk about it last week. It's kind of like a 3D brawler, I guess. You kind of just go around, and the left stick is your movement. The right stick is like your fight action stuff. So if you have like a melee attack or a weapon in your hand, you use the right stick to point in the direction that you want to attack. So yeah, it controls decently. I really don't like the camera controls on the bumpers. I think that's kind of stupid, but what can you do? But the thing with the rooms and everything is, like, every room you go into, you have like some random number of health that changes every room. You're like, we'll have a lot of health or lose health. There's some really stupid story reason for it, but it really doesn't make sense. And your power-ups don't carry over room to room, so you're just basically go to a room. You have some, like, arbitrary goal. Like, there's a door. There's a door in, like, every room. And the way to open the door is, like, you have to meet some requirement. It's kill 30 of these, or stay alive for a minute, or I don't know what else. But then if you, like, fail the requirement, like, the Grim Reaper will come out and, like, try to kill you while you're still trying to finish the requirement. And that's, like, one-hit kill. I mean, I guess it's kind of forgiving, and it's respawn. Like, you literally just start right back up at the beginning of the room. But there was one room I was in last night, and it was basically, like, a 3 kind of mission room. And, like, you'll go and be like, oh, I do this. And you walk towards the door and, like, oh, this big guy just came out, and that door is fake. You have to go kill the big guy now. And then you go kill the big guy. And then, like, oh, just kidding, there's another one. And it's like, fuck you. Like, seriously, fuck you, game. You're, like, the most annoying thing. So, yeah, I don't know. I do think it's a bit charming. I don't think it's as charming as, like, other Rare games. And just because of its, like, arbitrary rule set for each room, I've just kind of been like, well, I guess I can see why this game got middling to okay reviews when it came out. Like, it's definitely very fun at the beginning, and then it just becomes, it's like they're like, oh, let's just make this as bad as possible. I don't know, that's not quite true, but it's like they found all the things that would be the most annoying and found ways to make them more annoying. Like, there's even
that really upsets me, because I was really enjoying that at the beginning.
Yeah, there's some areas where they're like, they even give you, like, weapons and stuff that are, like, they're basically unlimited weapons to some degree. And they just are not the most effective weapons for that area. Or they take it away. Like, the mummies in the game, I don't know if you remember this. Mummies you can only kill with fire. Well,
I remember it.
Yeah, well, guess what? There are definitely areas where there are mummies and there's no fire. That's really annoying. Let me tell you. So, or like, there might be mummies, but there will be a fireplace that you have to kick the mummies into halfway across the room. And it's just like, So, that's where I am with that game.
That doesn't sound like fun.
Yeah, like I said, it's just turned into, like, a slog. And I just got to this moment, too, where I'm just like, oh, you know what, maybe this game's really linear, and I don't have to go back through these rooms again. That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Oh, but you know what, I see all these little kids trapped in, like, vines and stuff. Wonder what that means. Oh, I just got to a part last night where they're like, go save the kids! It's like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't remember where those fucking kids are now. I don't know what they're gonna have me, like, go through to get them, but I just know that's, like, on the way. I basically stopped right after that part last night, and I'm like, okay, I've had my fill of this game for now. So, that's my Rare Replay. I've also been playing Viva Pinata. It's filled with fun. Yeah. So, did you guys ever play Viva Pinata?
No, I keep being told to play both Viva Pinata games by my friends, and I'm just like, I don't want to. And they're like, no, trust us, it's good. I'm like, no, I don't. trust you.
I've not quite figured them out yet. Like, they're kind of like Animal Crossing-esque.
They're the Sims. They are the Sims.
No, I wouldn't even say it's the same. It's definitely a simulation game of sorts. You have, like, pinatas. And then, I don't know why, the pinatas just like to kill each other every once in a while. I'm really not...
They also really like to fuck.
Yeah, they do. Oh my god, those worms. Like, you start out with worms. I'm on, like, worm, like, 20. And it's like the incest game, too. Like, they all, like, it just doesn't matter if they're, like, children of other pinatas. You could totally be like, Dad and grandkid, you're gonna have a baby. And,
Not gonna lie, I tried doing that in Fallout Shelter just to see. I was like, I wonder if they put anything in for that. And they're like, oh, if you put like a father and daughter or mother and son in the same room, they're like, hey, I sure do love spending time with my family. I'm like, fantastic. You're having none of that in this vault.
Well, that's good, but unfortunately pinatas don't follow those rules, so you just make as many fucked up pinatas as you want. Like, they just... And then, you know what, I don't know if this is, like, the main way you're supposed to make money in the game. Maybe, Brandon, you know. Is it just...
I don't. I've actually never really,
you never really played
this one. I mean, like, I've played it, but, like, in passing. Not, like, sat down and played it. Like, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but that's it.
So it seems like the way to make money in this game is to make your pinatas have babies and then sell said babies so that you can make money to make more money, to make more babies to fix your garden up. And then also there's like evil pinatas that sneak into your garden that just try to fuck everything up, which is great. And I don't know, you have a shovel and you can like beat things with it. And there's water. I got paid someone to like water my plants for me. And, like, the plant system's, like, super complicated. Like, I had to look at, like, 2 Wikipedia things to kind of figure out what's going on with plants. So you can't just plant the seeds and, like, water it, and then you're done. No, they should be, like, watered over and over, and they need fertilizer at certain times. You literally have to babysit them. And, yeah, so it's even pinata. I'll probably play more of it, but it's not like it's the most engaging game, so I won't probably be playing a lot of it. But I did want to try it, because in the same boat as you guys, like, people would be like, try it. And I'm just like, oh, well, I have it here.
I don't want to play it. Like, I want to install it, uninstall it off of my Xbox One. Not because I need room, just because I'm never going to play it. And I don't want to play it because it's Viva Pinata.
I really want to.
Come on.
It's actually a good game. Like, they are good games.
Stop it. Viva Pinata, let me explain. Viva Pinata for me, when I was growing up, I was watching 4Kids, and I was like, hey, look, Kirby right back at you. Sweet.
Well, see, that was your problem. You were watching...
All right. And then it was friggin' Viva Pinata, and I'm like, nope. Let's go see what the day has.
Filled with fun.
No, like, come on now.
Mm-hmm.
That, for me, when Rare started making Viva Pinata, that's like when they died.
See, I think that, honestly, I think when they died was when they started making the Kinect games.
Like,
the Kinect games are after
the exact moment in time they died.
Yeah.
When they made Conker's Live and Reloaded, and it was more censored than the N64 version. That's when Rare died for me.
Well, I mean, that's when they died for me too. But I'm just saying when they died as a company was about that time when they started to make just like the Kinect adventures and sports stuff. Like that's so not Rare. Viva Pinata is at least in line with like Rare stuff. Like, it's cutesy.
But, I mean, for them to make a licensed game like that, it's kind of like,
No, they made the license, and then they sold the TV show rights. Like, they didn't make a game based on a TV show. They made a game.
They made Pinata?
Yeah.
I see. I always thought they had the TV show, and then they were like, hey, this would be a swell game.
No, they made the game, and they're like, this would be a cool TV show.
Well, then I retract my statement, then yes. When they started making the Kinect sports games is when they did.
Yeah, because, like, I think the TV show came out along with, like, the second Viva Pinata game. Like, they tried to make it into, like, a big old thing.
They tried to tie them both in. Basically, they wanted to be, like, inter tandem, where it was, like, the TV show and the game at the same time. But it didn't, it kind of fell through because they didn't get everything taken care of in time. But
and here
their
we are
initial
in
plan
2015.
was to make the game and have a TV show launch alongside it.
Here we are in 2015 still trying to make TV shows and video games coincide with each other, and it's still not working.
I know. So, but like I said, it's decent for what it is. I'm sure there's more depth to it than what I've gotten to play at. Like I think I'm only like a level 10 gardener or something. Like it's not like I've done a lot so far. And there's like a ton of different pinatas I have not seen yet, and I can't get like half of them to like come to my garden. But some of the arbitrary requirements for like getting the pinatas to have babies is like so stupid. It's like, they have to eat a poplar plant. Fine, I'll go like buy a poplar plant thing, and I don't know. And it has a really shitty font. So, I don't know. That's Viva Pinata in a nutshell for you. You're welcome. So, anyways, let's talk about the big news. I've been playing Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. That's new and exciting, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
It's not Viva Pinata.
Yeah,
I'm
it's not
very
Viva Pinata.
hearing about it.
It's a beautiful looking game. And you basically, this beautiful looking English village that you walk around at a snail's pace. And yes, I know that the
But
art's
Mike, did you find the run button?
Yeah, let me tell you about the run button. Alright, so when you walk around normal, you walk around like a snail. When you hold down the R2 button, you think you're running faster, but I'm pretty sure you're still running the same speed. Like, it literally, if there's any difference, it's negligible. I could not find a difference pressing that button down or not. It's, like, literally does nothing. It's the stupidest thing. So, and I don't know, it's not just me. Apparently everyone else is trying to press it. I saw a quote on Twitter, and I think it's the best, like, response to the run button thing that I've seen is, the person basically questioned if the R2 run button was a social experiment. Like, I pressed on that button, and I cannot see any discernible difference. That's not a run button. Like, that is nothing. That's what that is. So, but that aside, like, it's not that bad. I mean, I wish your normal speed was a little faster, and I do wish that there was a sprint button. Like, yeah, put restrictions on it if you want, but really, this is a fucking exploration game. Do you really give two shits if someone just, like, blitzes from the beginning to the end and misses everything? No! Who gives a fuck? It's their game, like, experience.
Not even that. Just let them run from A to B to C to D to E. Like, it's not about blitzing from start to finish, but, like, if I want to, like, if I'm going down the path, like, I haven't played the game, obviously, but let's just say, hypothetically, going down a path and I see a house, I'm like, well, I want to go to that house, but it's going to take me a half hour to fucking walk to it. Well, all right, I'm just going to keep walking the path.
So the way the game works is there's, like, these light balls that fly around. Like, you would just live I don't know, like, they kind of explain the light bulbs, but not really. It's like, I don't fucking know why they're there. But they basically tell you where to go. They're like, just follow us around, and you'll find some story stuff. But the light ball goes, like, 5 times faster than you do. So you'll start, like, going after it, and it'll, like, fly around a corner, and then you'll never see it again. Like, there was one spot where I literally walked around this section of this village for, like, a half an hour, trying to find this light ball. Because, like, it was just gone. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere. And, like I said, those are your beacons kind of to know where to go next. Basically, the way it works is you go into a section of the village, and there's a character that, like, the first one I think is Jeremy. I don't know. It's not a spoiler. So you'll, like, start in the village and be like, Jeremy, this is Jeremy's story. And all the light balls you go to in the village are based on Jeremy's story. So you'll, like, walk around and, you know, you follow the big light ball that will take you to the little light balls that show you where Jeremy's story is. But what happened to me, I'm 99% sure. Actually, I'm 100% sure. I lost the light ball, and I just stumbled into the next story. Like, I never actually finished Jeremy's story. I don't know what the fuck happened to Jeremy. I don't care. I moved on. I'm now in the second person story.
Maybe he's gone to the Rapture.
He probably did. I think he was a priest. I can't remember.
Oh, so, was that the alcoholic priest? I wanted to read that one.
Don't remember.
See that one.
Yeah. But, so it's interesting, and I think the one thing that's interesting, like, with all that said, like, the game definitely has some flaws, but I do think it's interesting if you like that kind of, like, exploration kind of narrative. Big PSA, though, if you are going to play this game, turn on the subtitles. Like, do not try to play this game without the subtitles. You can. It's stupid, because you'll have no clue who's talking, and there's, like, 15 different people that could be talking to you, and you won't know which one's which. So you might as well turn on the subtitles, because at least then you'll have some idea of what's going on in the story. So, turn on the subtitles. But yeah, so then you're, like, exploring around. Like I said, it's not a very, like, it's like explore at your leisure. You go in around, you find these light balls. The other thing that really the game does not explain well either, there's, like, these major story points that are light balls, and they don't, when you walk up to them, they just don't start the story like a lot of the other ones do. Like, most of the other story points you walk up to, and it's just, like, flash, and then, like, people are talking, and then flash, and then everything, you can just walk on and explore again. The story light balls just sit there. They just sit there. And you have to, like, tilt the controller to like a certain angle, and then the story thing will go on. Like, so you have that. But then there's even more certain special light bulbs where the controller has to be at a very specific, exact angle. It's like tuning a radio station. And it's like, and then like when you have to the right one, you have to like hold it there for like a minute, 'cause it'll like spark and flash. And after it does that for like 15 seconds, then it will finally tell you what is like the major story thing. So, yeah, there's that. I mean, it's really nice to look around. Like I said, you'll get lost probably with the light bulb stuff. It's kind of slow. But I do like it. I thought it was a fun story. It was really interesting. Kind of dark. It was interesting to see like a lot of the minor story points were like people talking to each other in the village. Not necessarily about like the Rapture and the apocalypse stuff that's going on, but just kind of like their normal lives and how they interact with each other and how fucked up they are. So, I don't know. It was charming, I would say. Not 10 out of 10 material. I think it's interesting to play. If you like that kind of exploration game, you probably would like this. If you didn't, then I wouldn't risk it. Like I said, the pacing's a bit off, and it can definitely be off-putting if you don't really like what they have here. But like I said, I think it was interesting. Very, very somewhat scripted storytelling, but they let you find it on their own, which is kind of weird. I almost think this game would work better if it was more linear, as weird as that is. But I don't know. I'll probably go back through and play it a second time someday to see the stuff that I missed, because I definitely missed some big parts of the first two parts of the story before like I said, the game never tells you anything, so you just kind of figure out everything as you go along, which is good for learning, but it's not really good if you're trying to tie together a narrative and people don't realize they missed something until halfway through, and then at that point it would take you like a half an hour just to walk back with the snail's pace. So yeah, that's my everyone has gone to the Rapture. Everybody's gone to the Rapture talk. Do you guys have any questions on it?
Like, did you think the story was good?
I thought it was interesting.
Okay.
Like, it's nothing mind-blowing, and it reminds me, like, the outcome of the story, I can't quite pin it, but I know I've seen it before. Like,
okay.
It's very familiar to me. Oh, I know what it reminds me of, but I don't remember the movie. But I can visualize it now. There's a movie with Denzel Washington that this reminds me of a lot.
Is it a recent Denzel movie?
No.
Okay.
But
I was going to say The Equalizer, and I'll be like, that kind of sounds weird.
And I don't want you to try to guess it, because if you do figure it out, it will definitely spoil like some of this once you kind of understand what's going on. But it very much reminds me of the Denzel Washington movie. I know exactly which one it is now, and I don't want to tell you because that will spoil it. But yeah, like it basically has like the exact same story as that. So there you go. Any other questions?
Nope.
Nope. All right. That's all I got. Nick, what you been playing?
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Fallout Shelter, so I won't say anything else about that. But
no, I want to hear your experience.
I talked about my experience.
I want to hear more.
I'm trying to make people happy. I'm trying to cater to everybody's needs.
Yeah, I need to hear not Fallout Shelter. How's that sound?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Was the movie Malcolm X? Just asking.
Be really weird. It'd really be. I'd buy that game right now because I'd be like, what? But so I finished Metal Gear Solid 3 yesterday, and I really enjoyed that game. Really good.
Nick, I need you to prove that you played Metal Gear Solid 3.
How many bushes?
No,
is not gonna fly.
No. How many trees are there in Metal Gear Solid 3?
Any part specifically, or like
the entire jungle?
Because there was a lot of trees when I was trying to fight the end. There's a lot of numerous trees, large variety. But so I really liked the ending of that game up to the point where before I finished it, my friends were like, "Oh, ending's so good, you're gonna love it," and I loved it. It was amazing. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to be like spoilers, but it was really enjoyable.
Yeah,
so now
I
I'm
think
set
the
up.
end of that game really came together. Like
I was listening. I was like, "Yo!" I was like, "Holy shit, that's what was happening." Okay, great. I love when games do that. Like, I love when I'm beating a game.
So much better than Metal Gear Solid 2.
Yeah,
I would know
Metal
that.
Gear Solid 2's ending is just like, all right, listen, we got like 20 minutes left.
Stop,
no, hold on. This is I'm not telling you the actual ending. I'm not telling you the actual ending. I'm explaining something without giving away a spoiler. They're like, listen, we got like 20 minutes left, so let's explain what you just played in 20 minutes, and all of it's going to be so sciencey and mumbo-jumbo bullshit that we made up that none of this shit is going to make any sense. And that's essentially what happened.
Well, then they finished explaining that, and then they're like, just kidding. Then none of that happened.
Yeah, they even retcon it. They retcon it immediately after they tell you what happened. They're like, actually, that's not how it happened. And then they tell you what really happened, and it makes even less sense.
Yeah, the game is fucking garbage. That's all I gotta say about that.
What I really like about this game, and I mean, I can say this both for Metal Gear Solid 3 and Ground Zeroes, since I haven't played any other ones. I love that it just, and I think I mentioned this before, I love that it doesn't punish you if you're not that good at stealth. Because I'm fairly okay at stealth.
Oh, I'm horrible at stealth, and I get through that game pretty well.
There was portions of the game where I'm trying to sneak around, and I get caught, and I'm like, well, and I just pull out a gun, and I just kind of run and gun and be fine.
Yeah.
I hate the stealth games that are like, no, you have to play it like this. You can't, no. You have to sneak around. You gotta, be quiet. Like, no, come on, let me play the game. Let me experience the game how I want to experience it. That's what I really like about that game.
Oh, yeah.
So it was very enjoyable. So now I'm set up. I got to play through Peace Walker, which I probably won't beat it in time for MGS5, depending on how addicted I get to that game. I played through most of Metal Gear 3 in like a day, if you remember correctly, and then I had like 2 hours left of the game. I beat that game in like 10 hours. And I did most of it the first day.
Peace Walker's definitely shorter, and it's more bite-sized, which is really nice.
I heard it's harder though. Like I heard like the bosses are a lot harder.
No. I don't know. Like, I think they're not like ones you're just gonna grasp right away. Like, I did end up, I think, using FAQ for a lot of the bosses, but they have their own like specific patterns to them, and you just have to make sure you have the right weapons for it. Because
I assume it can't be that complicated because it's a PSP game.
Yeah, the control it controls way, way, way better than Metal Gear Solid 3 because they actually they got rid of buttons, so they had to consolidate everything, which made CQC way easier in Peace Walker. I could fucking understand it, so it's so nice. And like I said, it's just the weapon management, because you have your own mother base and you have to research weapons and stuff, and you recruit people to help make weapons for you. So you just want to make sure you're getting the right people on it, and you're going on missions. So you're getting the right equipment made. But other than that, it's not that bad. It's really not.
Let me explain to you how not good I am at Metal Gear Solid 3. The final battle, and I'm not going to say, obviously anything obvious about it. My final battle consists of me running up to said thing, punching said thing until it fell over, shooting, got back up, punched it again, shoot it, punched it again, shoot it. It was just that. And my friend was laughing at me because he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It's working. Shut up." This is what's working for me. If I don't see the point in me having to die behind trees and shit. If this is I'm not going to overcomplicate it for myself.
Yeah, no, and I didn't either with that one. That final battle for Metal Gear Solid 3. I remember the trick to that one is learning CQC. I taught myself how to do it in that battle for that purpose only. I was not able to do it any other point in the game. But beating her with CQC, way easier. But this one, it's like I said, it's definitely very weapons based. Especially the actual final battle. This game ends kind of it has an ending, and then it has a real ending for Peace Walker. So the normal ending wasn't that bad, but then the real ending is a bit of a grind. I think that's the only one I really had problems with. Like I said, the rest of them, it's just a matter of having the right weapons. If you have the right weapons, it's so fucking easy. If you don't have the right weapons, you can't do it. So that's really all it is.
Hopefully, I mean, if I beat Peace Walker, it's perfect because I'll be right on time for how I'm playing through the Metal Gear series. So it's 3, Peace Walker 5, and then 1, 2, and 4. So it's perfect. So I'm looking forward to. I'm really looking forward to 5. 5 is what made me want to play the rest of the series because it just looks so good. I wanted to have some experience in the game before I went into 5, so I wasn't just going in and capturing people and throwing the little stuffed animal down everywhere.
Yeah, I really hope 5 is as good as they're making it look, because 5.
I think it's gonna be. I really think it's going to be. I think, if not for nothing, Kojima really poured his heart and soul into this, probably knowing that this was going to be his last Metal Gear. And it looks really good. Has the typical really pretty graphics that you'd come to expect from Metal Gear, and the silliness, at least so far, that they've shown us in trailers. I'm sure it's going to be a lot wackier.
Did you see the fucking video where the horse fucking shat on the floor, and then a Jeep drove over it, and it fucking caused the Jeep to slide out onto the side of the road?
No,
and then he crouched down, ran up behind it, and like came up behind it, and then put one of those parachutes on the Jeep, so the people are like screaming about running over shit and sliding off the road, and then fucking Jeep gets lifted into the sky while they're screaming about it, and he just kind of walks off like nailed it. It's fucking great.
That's amazing. That's what I love about this game. It doesn't seem like it's going to take itself too seriously, but then at the same time, this like the story is going to be, the very serious tone story with like the random goofiness thrown in. I have to say though, I really hope that from Metal Gear Solid 3 on, Ocelot just kind of goes up. I do not like him in this game. He's just an annoying little motherfucker that I wish you could kill.
I love Ocelot.
He creeps me out. Like in 3 specifically, he just creeps me the hell out. Making whatever the sound that, like, I guess it's supposed to be like an Ocelot call. And, spinning the guns and all that shit. Like, come on, dude, relax. You're wacky. But, so yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. Other than that, I played 2 very odd games. And the first one's odd in the sense of I've never played this game on anything but PC. I played StarCraft 64.
Yeah, that is weird. I saw that.
And it's the first time I played StarCraft 64 in general. And, I played it years ago on PC, and I played the shit out of it. It felt really good to kill somebody as Protoss again with carriers. It felt right. Like, just the amount of right that it felt was like, oh, this is great. Surprisingly, did not handle very poorly for what it was. Like, I could control it pretty well. It was a little clunky because you're on an N64 controller.
Yeah.
So you didn't have the freedom of a mouse and keyboard. Other than that, we played it split screen, which kind of was annoying because you had a very small portion to work with. The visuals didn't really seem to take a hit that all, besides the cutscenes. There was an opening cutscene when you first boot the game up, and it had like really poor texture and sound. Like the sound was like super compressed. But the actual game graphics looked kind of the same. Like, surprisingly, you consider that game came out in like what, probably like 94, 95, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But I mean, as for the actual gameplay, it looked like, obviously the PC version was a lot cleaner, a lot better looking, but they didn't seem too far apart, which is very surprising to me, considering when it came out and what console it came out on. So
yeah, I remember Star Fox 64. I mean, I haven't played it since 64 was out, but I remember renting it once, and it was like, oh, this isn't bad. We had computers though, so I mean, we really didn't need to play it like that. Yeah. But it was decent. So
it was really fun to play it again, and it reminded me that I will never play StarCraft again because I do not have the speed or dexterity to play that game. I tried playing it once. I tried playing StarCraft 2 online once when I first got it, and I was doing a team battle. And my teammate was just like, what are you doing? And it was like 5 minutes into the game, and he had like a full fucking just army base. And here you just see me with my SCVs, and it's like, I got minerals. I'm like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah, I'm not good with the competitive StarCraft stuff, but I always like the story, the single player stuff with that. And I enjoyed just where you're playing with friends and against computers. Like I said, I would never do well on a 1-person versus 1-person match, or even probably a 4 versus 4, with real people. But like I said, just me versus computers, I think that's fun. I actually enjoyed that. Mm-hmm.
So that's that. It was just really nice to play that game again. Really made me want to play play StarCraft again, but I don't know. I'll see. Maybe. I'm playing custom games a lot.
So maybe you want to finish StarCraft 2. I still haven't finished Kerrigan's quest, or Kerrigan's story.
I think I finished the main story in that, but they did put out an expansion for that game, right?
Yeah, it was the Heart of the Swarm. That's what I finished the main story from the first, the main game, and then they put out Heart of the Swarm, and I got halfway through Kerrigan's campaign, and then I stopped. And I was like, oh, I don't remember why. I think I just got stuck on a level and something else came out, and I just hadn't played it since.
Yeah, that game, when that game came out is when I was running on my MacBook, and it did not want to run on my MacBook.
Yeah, when I upgraded to my current computer, like I went out and bought my iMac, and I had it in my car, and then I like stopped at a store on the way home and bought StarCraft 2. Like before I even got home and hooked up the computer, that was my thing. I was like, I can finally play this game, and I've been waiting. So it's great.
Yeah. Other than that, I played for the first time, and probably the only time, because I'm not going to spend $15 on this game. It was recently on sale for $3.
Mm-hmm.
Played Nidhogg, and I had no idea what this game was until I actually picked up and played it with my friends. And they were like, yeah, just kind of...
It's so much fun.
Yeah, you're just kind of dueling, and you got to run, like, it's you and the other person, both on separate parts of the screen. And the objective is, if you're on the left side of the screen, run all the way towards the right. If you're on the right screen, run all the way to the left. There's 3 different sections, the last section being, like, your victory run. Just a very goofy little game. And quickly my tactic in that game just became run, throw my sword, jump over the person trying to attack me, and just clear off screen. And it seemed to work every time. I was having a lot of fun doing it. It was really hilarious, because, like, you'd spawn, throw your swords at each other, they would both, like, ting off of each other, and then you just start beating the shit out of each other until one of you dies, and you run off. So, I don't think I'd spend $15 on that game, personally. It was, like, it's 4 levels, and not that it got old very quickly, but there's just not a lot to do to justify that kind of purchase. Like, so the sale price was perfect, I think. Like, between $4 and $5 would be a perfect price tag for that game. 15, that's treading into, like Bastion and Transistor territory, basically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't think that's an equal price point, but, like I said, I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
And I might buy it if it goes on sale again, but it was really fun to play with friends. I think if I played it by myself, I probably wouldn't have as much fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one of those games that you kind of break out when you have your friends over. So that's what I've been playing. I do want to mention one more thing that that I watched yesterday. Have either of you ever heard of the movie Snowpiercer?
Nope, never.
I have.
Have you seen
That
it?
movie's fantastic. Yes, I have.
So, for Mike and anybody else who doesn't know what Snowpiercer is the end of the world has happened, basically. Global warming was in effect, and they released this chemical into the atmosphere that caused a great ice age, and the last remaining people alive in the entire human race are confined to a single train that goes around the world. And each train cars are separated classes. So the back of the train is like the kind of low class and poor people, whereas the front of the train is more rich and high classy people. And the movie opens up showing that the lower class trains are plotting a revolution against the higher class to take control of the train car. Very interesting movie. I liked it a lot. My only knock against it is that it kind of just jumps right into the story with not a lot of explanation. Like, you kind of have to fill in the gaps a lot for yourself, which is okay. But, like, I'd rather have, like, a maybe 20, 30-minute lead-up where they're explaining, like, hey, this is what's going on. This movie opens up to the credits rolling, and you have to listen to what the news reporter in the background is saying, kind of get a grip of what's going on. And then it opens up to showing, like, the frozen tundra that is the Earth, and then it cuts to the train, and there's just really no explanation of why they're doing this until, like an hour into the movie, you're like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. It's a very enjoyable movie. I liked it a lot. So it's got Chris Evans in it, which surprises me because it doesn't seem like he's like the only high-profile actor in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, I liked it a lot. It's on Netflix if you want to watch it.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out. It sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all I've got.
All right. You guys ready to move on to what little news we have?
Sure.
Yes. Yeah. All right. So this week on news, we're scraping the bottom of the bucket here. So we'll go from least exciting to most exciting. All right. So Big Hero 6 is going to be in Kingdom Hearts 3. Yeah.
Why is that least exciting?
That's the least exciting, I think.
Why?
Compared to the other two?
Dude, fucking, it's gonna finish out the rest of the story? I mean, come on. The other two, whatever. That's why I feel about the other two.
We'll let the listeners decide. But, I mean, yeah, like I said, I'm not saying how unexciting
Hold on. Let me give the fucking Cliff Notes version of the other two.
Wait, no, don't spoil
Something's
the other
coming
stuff.
out, and we're not getting it again. And something's coming out, and Capcom needs more money from your pockets, and they're gonna do that to fucking milk shit, as they always do. How is that news? That's just a day in the life of Capcom.
Hold on. In their defense, the first one they did wasn't terrible. And people I know who are fans of said game series enjoyed playing it again in the new up-resness that was.
But that doesn't mean they're not milking their old franchises because they can't make any new ones because they fucking suck at it.
Well, they need money. Capcom.
Yeah.
Daddy needs some money.
Yeah, let Capcom enjoy their money, Brandon.
Listen, it could be worse. They could be Konami making fucking Resident Evil pachinko machines. They probably already have, but they haven't, and it's my recent knowledge yet. So here's the way I say it: you can either hate Konami, you can hate Capcom, but I think we all know which one to hate more at this point, and it's Konami. At least Capcom.
Yeah, no.
At least Capcom's like, all right, fans want this game.
Yeah, so here's
try to listen to 'em.
Mega Man 1 through 6 on PC. Give us $20.
Nah, I think Capcom, they're on the cusp.
Wait, were you gonna say I don't think Capcom would do that? Because I was gonna be like, that comes out
they
in
did.
a week.
No, I know.
They did that already.
I think Capcom's on the cusp of like, hey, I know we fucked up, and they're currently standing outside your window with a boombox, trying to win you back. But
So let's not beating around the bush and just say what that story is then, I guess, since we're already talking about it. Capcom announced that they're going to be remaking Resident Evil 2. They really didn't say anything else other than we make game. I think that was the...
They're like, we do it. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. The guy had a funny shirt. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, it was something like that. And, yeah, so that's what it is. I mean, people love Resident Evil 2. It is definitely one of the better ones. I mean, we don't know what they're going to do with it. Is it going to be like a Resident Evil remake, like from GameCube kind of remake? Is it going to be a Resident Evil 2 remake into the style of Resident Evil 4? Nobody knows. We just know that they're remaking the game. So,
fun fact, I picked up Resident Evil 4 this weekend, and by picked up, I mean I picked up the game box, looked at it, thought about it, and then set it back on the shelf.
One of these days, Nick, you will have to play it.
One
of these days. But yeah, Resident Evil 2, great game. So that will be coming out eventually. No clue when. I wouldn't expect it until late 2016 at the earliest, if not later than that. Also, the other news that Brandon was talking about, this is the middle news. PSO2, Phantasy Star Online 2, this is coming to PS4. Yeah! In Japan.
I think that game will eventually come to America, because let's put it this way. Enough Hatsune Miku fans cried out to get those games in America. I think we can get Phantasy Star in America.
I feel like, too, this is the version of the game that would make the most sense to bring to America.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I personally would definitely play it. I played the original Phantasy Star that was on the 360 for a little bit, although I played the demo.
That's not the
anybody. And no, like the one that was on, not the original, like not the Dreamcast one, but I played the one that was on like 360.
The Dreamcast one's fucking awesome.
I played a ton of the GameCube one. Love that game.
Yep, GameCube one.
I would love, though, and
updated Dreamcast version.
I don't know what your guys' opinion on this, because obviously Phantasy Star wasn't always an online game. I'd like to see them make like a proper Phantasy Star game again, like an RPG.
I don't think
style.
Sega could properly make an RPG again.
I don't think they could. Resonance of Fate, I hear, is pretty decent.
I think the best Sega RPG is
Valkyria Chronicles?
Yeah, probably that. That's probably one of the best ones.
I think if they gave a shit enough, they could pull it off. Yeah, that's just me. Yeah. But no, I would like to see that come stateside. And I think it would eventually, like I said, if enough fans of the series cried out for it. Because, like I said, Hatsune Miiku's here. And I think that's even more niche than Phantasy Star. So.
Oh, it's way more niche.
Yeah.
But there's way more people that want it.
What, Miku or Phantasy Star?
I would say Miku. Because of the fact that Phantasy Star is an MMO, and people are like, well, it's an MMO. Now, if it was actually a JRPG, I'm sure there would be way more people that wanted it.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's a little...
I feel the fact that it's a free-to-play MMO is the problem. That's what I feel.
Not at all. No, I think especially that it's free-to-play. Because like, they were like, hey, it's an MMO, $15 a month. I'd be like, well, I already play Final Fantasy. But the fact that it's free to play, I'm like, well, fantastic, because I already pay for PlayStation Plus. And if it's going to be a free-to-play MMO that I can just kind of, pick up and drop at any time that I want, fantastic.
I mean, you play Destiny all the time. It's like the same thing.
Correct.
Yeah, same thing.
So.
Oh, I actually got Galahorn. Yay.
No idea what that is.
It's the strongest gun in the entire game, and Zer was just selling it this week.
Until the Taken King comes out.
Yeah. For like the next 3 weeks, it's the strongest gun in the entire game.
And now everybody has it.
Correct.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap up?
I did see something this week that I had to do a double take, and I would have forgot about it unless I just didn't get an email from Nintendo about it. But they are doing another test fire demo.
Oh, I just read that like a second ago.
Yeah, no, I had to click the article because I was like, are they reposting an old article from before? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had to read the article because I think this is a repost of an old article, but nope. Nintendo's putting out another Splatoon test fire demo, August 21st to the 23rd between 3 to 5 p.m. PT. I guess it's to kind of be like, hey, are you on the fence about Splatoon? Want to try it? Here you go. Which, I mean, I guess it's smart.
Isn't there esports tournament coming up soon?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
No clue.
Oh, okay.
But they're calling it their quote-unquote summer splatdown. And it's probably just a way for people to be like, hey...
Oh, shit, yeah, that's their esports tournament that's coming out.
Summer splatdown?
Yeah, Summer Splatdown. They had to have teams register to be in the fucking tournament, and then they're gonna broadcast it, I believe, on Twitch. Basically, it's gonna be like fucking ESL or EVO, but with Splatoon.
It's definitely a great way to get more people to play the game, because, I mean, the game's already sold a lot for them. And I guess it's for more people like me who can't really justify the $60. Because I'll probably play it if I can. When's the 21st? 21st is Friday. Okay, so that's this Friday when this episode releases, so this day, to Sunday, 23rd, between 3 and 5 PT, whatever that is for me, Eastern time, I don't know.
3 hours difference.
So from 3 to 5, so from 6 to 9?
Yep.
Hot. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good idea. I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't know who they're trying to reach at this point besides people like me, because I think if you're going to buy that game, you probably would have bought it by now. But I don't know. People who want to play Splatoon should try it out.
Yeah, I agree. It's a great game. And they just had that Rainmaker mode come out, which I hear is fun, but I haven't played it. So
I heard about that. That, and I think they finally released the Squid Girl clothing for that game.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, probably. Sure. And,
so if you're a weeb like me, you would enjoy that.
Yeah. And like we talked about, too, last week, they had all the August update added a lot of new stuff, too. So,
yeah.
Oh,
real quick, what do you think about them possibly adding Octolinks to that game?
Sure. Why not?
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I'd rather see Octolink versus Squid Kid.
Yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know if they're going to have different abilities or anything, but it'd be interesting. I mean, nothing wrong with it. I mean, it wouldn't be as weird as, like, the rumor that they were adding, like, Mario in it. So...
You know, that'd be really cool if they were like, all right, you have to dirty up the place and Mario runs around with his, the whatever the fuck that water thing is called.
Yeah, just tries to clean it.
Yeah, it tries to clean it. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. It should be really neat if they made it so, like, a ninth player plays it, and he plays as Mario, like the ninth player, but, like, he can't tell what color the ink is. Like, it's not the same color to him. So, he's just kind of indifferent and just will go and scrub around with, like, whatever he feels.
I'm just saying, if Nintendo made a Delfino Plaza level for that game and added Mario as, like, a horde mode type of deal, I think they would sell a lot of Splatoon copies.
Probably. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
All I have.
All right. Brandon?
I don't have anything else.
Okay, let's wrap it up then. Before we do, though, just really fast, don't forget about the community playthrough. We're going to be playing Shadows of the Damned. You got now until sometime in September. Play it up.
Still trying to find a copy of that game locally.
I said it's super cheap, so...
I know, but, like, the closest place to me that has it's, like, 20 minutes away, I think?
Just order it online.
No, but it's like twice. It's like $5 at GameStop in store, $10 on Amazon, and then plus shipping is like $15. So I'm already 3 times the price right there.
Mm. All right, I'll let you find it in store, or if you go to GameStop, like a lot of them will order it like for you for free, and have it shipped to you.
Oh right, I can do. Man, like you worked at GameStop.
Anyways. So community playthrough, it's coming out in September, so start playing. And thank you, everyone, for listening to us this week. We always appreciate the patronage. You can find our episodes on iTunes, on Stitcher, on doublegaming.com, or on YouTube. Leave us a review, share the podcast with a friend. We always appreciate the support and the feedback. Feedback's awesome. And don't forget, you can find us on Facebook or on Twitter at GMECRUNCH. And thank you, Samus, for the awesome logo for the show, and Loyals for the great theme song that we play every week. And Brandon, do you have anything to send out on?
No.
No, I don't want to say anything.
I don't want to say anything. No. Actually, I can't make fun of him because I'm not going to say anything.
All right, Nick, what do you want to say?
Nothing at all.
All right. And my name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me on the internet. I am Clash of Penguin on Twitter or your favorite gaming consoles. And until next week, game on. So anyways, what else have you played, Brandon?
Woo! Sorry. Alright,
Good luck
my mic-
editing that out.
I can't hit my mute button fast
the
enough on this
fuck?
thing.
Is going on at Brandon's house?
I don't know.
Oh, I have allergies, that's all.
Oh, you keep sneezing your mic off?
No, I try to, hit the mute button, which is literally a crank on one of my mic ears now.
I just imagine you sneezing and then flying halfway across the room, but your mic staying midair in position at your...
Yeah, exactly.
Some Looney Tunes shit.
Yeah, just some, Looney Tunes ass, sneeze.